Hey guys, let's get more news from Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Lakers hopeful of landing Donovan Mitchell to boost championship aspirations in offseason. Mitchell, who will enter the final guaranteed year of his contract with the Cavs in the 2024-25 season, holds a player option for the following campaign. Rumors about Mitchell's potential departure from Cleveland have been circulating for a while, with some NBA insiders suggesting it's an open secret. Despite the Cavaliers' strong performance in the Eastern Conference this season, currently sitting at the number 2, both the Lakers and the New York Knicks are reportedly eyeing Mitchell for a potential off-season acquisition. If Mitchell chooses not to re-sign with Cleveland, it could force the franchise into considering a trade rather than risking losing him for nothing in free agency the following year. For the Lakers, holding onto their valuable asset, the 2029 first-round pick, might be crucial in facilitating a deal for Mitchell in the offseason, potentially affecting their ability to make significant moves this season to bolster their title contention. While the specifics of a potential trade package remain unclear, the Lakers could explore offering players like Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves, who are on reasonable contracts and have youth on their side. Mitchell, an All-NBA selection last season and a two-time All-Star with the Cavaliers, has been a significant asset for the team since his acquisition from the Utah Jazz last season. His impressive performance this season, averaging 28.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 6.4 assists per game, solidifies his status as one of the premier guards in the league. Patrick Beverley explains the problem Lakers players face with the fan base. The Los Angeles Lakers are the most renowned NBA franchise and as a result, have one of the most intense fan bases. Expectations in Lakerland are always high, and few players play well enough to have the fanbase on their side. Patrick Beverley realized that when he joined the Lakers in 2022, revealing on his podcast that he wished he knew how harsh the Lakers fanbase can get, using Russell Westbrook and D'Angelo Russell as examples. "I wish I knew about the fanbase more. I would have stayed my ass off Twitter. Straight up. I ain't gonna lie, Lakers fan base is a ******er. They want you to score 30 every night, and the day you score 27, trade him, he's a bum. You've seen it with my teammates like Russ and DLO. But it comes with the legacy they have also, it comes with respect." Beverley made a good point about the fan base being very demanding of the players on the roster, especially the ones on social media. X, formerly known as Twitter, is full of reactionary takes from one game to the next, and players who spend time on those platforms will know how harsh people can get. Russell Westbrook and D'Angelo Russell have been scapegoated by the fanbase for their struggles in the last 2 seasons. The dislike for Westbrook was justified because of how he was underperforming, but the fit was bad from day one and it was the front office's fault for even expecting it to work. DLO ended the 2023 playoffs on a whimper and was bad through December this season, prompting a lot of trade rumors. But his recent positive turn in form has led to more fans realizing that they need to stick with their roster instead of flipping DLO for another player who may not fit and repeat the cycle. Russell has been a great fit and the fan reactions against him aren't nearly as toxic as what Westbrook faced. The Lakers front office has stayed strong in not acquiescing to fan wishes for trades in the interest of maintaining assets. It's worked out at times, like when fans were up in arms that they didn't trade a first-round pick for Eric Gordon on the Rockets in February 2022. That was a great move in hindsight as Gordon wouldn't have helped them avoid being the number 11 seed that year. But moves that the fans had no desire for or input on have caused them to backtrack, as seen with the acquisition and then trade of Russell Westbrook. Fans have flip-flopped on D'Angelo Russell's place as a Laker this season, with his recent positive form prompting more fans to advocate keeping him instead of dealing him for DeJounte Murray. Russell is averaging 17.3 points and 6.2 assists this season, with 22.8 points per game in his last 15 outings. Few available point guards are outplaying him at this time, and he's averaging similar numbers to what DeJounte Murray is in Atlanta. Given the lower usage Murray would have in LA, it might be best for the Lakers to stick with DLO to be their primary guard. Unless a needle mover like Kyrie Irving was suddenly available, any trades the Lakers look to make before the deadline tomorrow should be without DLO switching franchises again. Lakers acquire Bojan Bogdanovic in proposed deal before trade deadline. There are less than 24 hours before the NBA trade deadline passes, and teams have to accept their rosters in the way they are currently constructed. The Lakers are yet to make a trade this season, despite the team being 27-25, sitting outside the top 6 of the Western Conference. All eyes are on the purple and gold for the last few hours before the deadline as they desperately need new energy in their locker room. If the price for a major upgrade like DeJounte Murray is something the Lakers can't match, the team can consider plenty of deals for high-level role players. They've been linked with Bojan Bogdanovic multiple times in recent years, with this deadline being the perfect time for the Lakers to bring the veteran forward to LA land. The Pistons are the worst team in the NBA with a record of 6-43. No move can save their season, but they can start putting in the pieces for a strong future by reshaping the roster. Moving the 35-year-old Bogdanovic would be a good start on that front. The Pistons have already traded away players like Marvin Bagley III this season. Detroit has waited 2 years for someone to offer them a first-round pick for Bogdanovic, something that they haven't received. This deal allows them to not only get a strong young player in return but also a few second-round picks. What are the Pistons even playing for? They're rooted to the bottom of the NBA and will hope they can have a competitive 2024-25 season after this year turned out to be a disaster. The acquisition of Rui Hachimura could be really exciting for a Pistons roster that is low on talented wings. While they could inevitably target a wing with the top 5 2024 draft pick they're expected to get, they need an NBA-proven player on a similar timeline as them to make their roster better. Rui Hachimura is averaging 11.3 points and 3.7 rebounds this season in a limited role on the Lakers. He could be a big addition for the Pistons as a multi-positional frontcourt piece. Gabe Vincent comes in as a veteran who can rediscover himself after injuries have ruined his year with the Lakers. The fact that this deal also allows the Pistons to dump Killian Hayes is another positive after a tough season for Hayes. These moves put Detroit in a position to have a roster that can grow together. Bojan was a piece that everyone said would be a great veteran piece for Detroit, but his leadership did very little to improve their on-court record. It's best if Detroit accepts this season for what it is and prepares for future seasons from now. The Lakers have had a series of team needs to fulfill in the last few years, such as shooting and playmaking, but it's been challenging for the franchise. The shooters they sign forget how to shoot consistently after joining them, while the playmakers end up having one-note playstyles which makes them useless in a system with LeBron James. This deal with the Pistons. Bogdanovic is averaging 20.2 points, 3.4 rebounds, and 2.5 assists on 41.5% shooting from 3 this season. Even if his numbers haven't contributed to winning basketball, he could be another option that the Lakers can use as a third option. LeBron James and Anthony Davis will always lead the team, but we've seen players like D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves emerge as the tertiary stars and wins. Neither can do it consistently, so adding an option like Bogdanovic boosts the options the Lakers have. Killian Hayes has been a meme for fans all year, averaging 6.9 points and 4.8 assists. He won't be a high-impact player, but is a reasonable option to run 15 backup guard minutes. His size and defensive ability give the Lakers a different guard option they can use. Hayes will also be a more usable option than rookie Jalen Hood-Schifino. And you fan, what do you think of the Bojan Bogdanovic situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.